Hello everyone, Chapter 5 of the book of Boba Fett drops tomorrow. So let's talk about Chapter 4. As I hit record for this review of Chapter 4 of the book of Boba Fett, मेरे इस साइड हैं योगा वाले बुढ़ा और इस साइड हैं बुढ़े वाले योडा. No relation to baby Yoda from the Mandalorian, and of course, Darth Vader. May the Force be with you. For the first time ever, I see the three moons of Tatooine in this episode, which is the home planet of the Skywalkers: Luke, his father Anakin, and the last Jedi, Rey Skywalker. So Luke Skywalker made Mark Hamill an icon in sci-fi, and Anakin will be played once again by Hayden Christensen in the upcoming Obi-Wan. That series will star Ewan McGregor as the titular character, but more than that, he and his friend Charlie Boorman produced three long way series that have to be seen to be believed. One is Long Way Up, in which they ride electric BMW bikes from the southern tip of South America to California. The one before that was Long Way Down, in which they went from Scotland, of course in England, at the top of Europe, to Cape Town, the bottom southernmost point of Africa. And the first one, the original OG series, was Long Way Round from London to New York, crossing all of Europe and Asia with the help of their fantastic crew. I wish I could do those trips. Once you see them, you will see why I'm saying that. Tripping reminds me that if you're in India and ever want to go anywhere, contact Let's Go Trippin. The link is in the description below, and give my reference for a discount on their already awesome Max tailor-made travel experiences. Coming back to nighttime on Tatooine in Chapter 4 of the Book of Boba Fett, our hero and his bantha, the huge furry creature that they ride, are eating a bonfire roast dinner when they see bright explosions in the night sky. So obviously they head out to investigate. And guess who they find under the starry sky? It's my favorite breakout character of The Mandalorian, Fennec Shand. Dank Fennec. Dank Fennec is a Star Wars combo speak for damn and fork. Alright. To save her life, Boba gets her modded cybernetically in the torso, which reminds me of all the hullabaloo about Cyberpunk 2077. When Keanu Reeves appeared on stage for the game's launch event, and somebody in the crowd shouted, "You are breathtaking," and he shouted back, "You are breathtaking." So, birthing the name of that name. Speaking of names, I got to know the name of Boba Fett's very distinctive and uniquely designed spaceship, Fire Spray. It's apparently of the Fire Spray class of spaceships that exist in the Star Wars universe. So very nice rotatory sort of a ship, and it's very nice to see how creatively they come up with the physics. I mean, the light physics sci-fi in Star Wars. Boba and Fennec infiltrate the Crow's Palace of Jabba the Hutt to get back the fire spray. And a shout out to the Beatles documentary by Peter Jackson, which I have seen and will be reviewing soon, so please tap subscribe. The shout out was because of Get Back, Get Back, Get Back to where you once belonged. Their rooftop concert, of course, at the end of the documentary is absolutely unprecedented, and it has been, copied or kind of paid homage to many times in the years since, but nothing could capture that, Beatlemania thing as they did in their last live performance from the rooftop of their recording studio in Westminster Abbey, I think. In any case, Fennec uses a thermite type chemical reaction to cut the metal bars of a grate that is leading into the palace. And I am unmistakably reminded of Breaking Bad. They had used, Walter White and Jesse Pinkman had used thermite to cut open the door of a warehouse from where they wanted to steal a barrel of methylamine, I think. And just heavy shout out once again to Breaking Bad, because it's another excellent series that you should watch. And if you haven't, you go watch it right now and you can come back and thank me later. Okay, so once they are through that metal grate, Boba and Fennec descend into the mouth of the Sarlacc, looking for the armor in a later stage of the chapter, and it means that he didn't get to know when he was lying in the first episode on the sands of Tatooine, and the Javas, those brown robed creatures with glowing eyes, they took away his armor, which finally winds up in the Mandalorian. And that is how Boba Fett branched out from the Mandalorian. You know, he came after uh, Mando, Din Djarin, played by, of course, famous for Narcos and many other roles. And Boba Fett basically saved Fennec Shand's life, and in this episode, he tells her that I'm going to need my armor back, so you help me get that. And that is where they tie into the Mandalorian. So this is good. It's like the midway. You know, there are going to be, I think, 6 episodes, so 2 more episodes remain, I guess, in this series run. But I'll check that and be sure about that in the next review of chapter 5. All right. So long story short, check out my Mando videos to see how much I like the way Boba got his armor back, like Stella got her groove back. That's a very old school comedy movie reference. Okay, so basically at the end of the chapter 4, Boba asks the other lords of Tatooine to at least remain neutral in the war that is coming up, right, against the Pikes, and he expects them to, act in their own self-interest. And that black Wookiee who had almost killed Boba Fett in the previous chapter is also on his side. So he basically kind of says that I'm going to pay you, so you might as well come and work for me instead of, wasting your talents in smashing up people in the bar. Okay, so this is the way, and may the force be with you and keep you safe. Now that the flashback part of Boba Fett is done, let's concentrate on the present like the humanist existentialists we are. So tap subscribe to join my Awesome Axe tribe, and I'll see you after chapter 5 of Boba Fett in this avatar. Otherwise, of course, you can check out my other videos for lots of funny stuff, and of course, live updates, highlights of Manchester United, the Indian cricket team, Odisha FC, and Patna Pirates. Vivo Pro Kabaddi League is something that goes on in India for those of you who are not watching from within India. And I am from a place called Patna in Bihar, so I support Patna Pirates. Arr! Alright then, let's see what happens. Let's see what the future holds for us. Hopefully it's going to be good. And happy 6 to you all. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you